Coro leaked. Pokemon released a video celebrating 20 years of its franchise. That's awesome. We gotta have tons of news to cover. We gotta have a new Pokemon game, right? Oh my god, let's check it out. So yeah, there's no Z. I'm not gonna bang that into the ground like I did last time. But yeah, welcome to Jubilife TV, everybody, our weekly talk show every Saturday where we talk about Pokemon news, community, and interview another fellow Poketuber, content creator, streamer, whatever they may be. But yes, we have quite a bit to talk about. We have our guest coming on later, JPR, awesome dude. Check out his channel link down below. And yeah, let's just talk about some news. What's happened this past week? A lot more than the week before this. We have, like I said, Pokemon 20 and Coro and some Pokken news and crazy awesome stuff. But, you know, not... yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so, first and foremost, hashtag Pokemon 20, a video that Pokemon has put up on their YouTube channel contains some few goodies, I guess you could call them, for all you Pokemon fans out there. I mean, some of it's kind of old news, like Pokemon Go's coming out and Pokken's coming out, and we've known about it for months, so, okay, cool, I guess. It's not, you know, not anything. I'm not complaining. What are you talking about? Yeah, anyway, we do have the release of, you know, Red, Blue, and Yellow on the Virtual Console, which is pretty cool, and with that, promptly, Pokemon is going to be releasing a new 3DS bundle, like a new Nintendo 3DS. Hopefully you guys get that by now, the new system. And that will include some cover plates, one with Blastoise and blue, and one with, you know, Charizard and being red. Now, this is one bundle, so you can get both cover plates in the one bundle, which is pretty cool. So if you're feeling like, you know, Blastoise one day, you can do that, and if you're feeling like Charizard, you can do that. Does come pre-installed with both red and blue, which is kind of neat as well, and you'll also get an exclusive Pokemon Nintendo 3DS theme. If you are in Europe, you will receive a 2DS bundle that is going to be all covered, not just some, you know, backplate, cover plate bullcrap. You'll actually have a fully colored, awesome red, blue, or yellow system, and you will have your respective game installed. So if you get the yellow build with the Pikachu, then, you know, you get a nice copy of Pokemon Yellow pre-installed, and you also get stickers, and, you know, yeah, no Z, but we get stickers. Wow, I cannot not talk about Z. This is really bad. I need to, like, get therapy. This is bad. Oh, man. Well, Anyway, we also have new monthly event Pokemon, which I do think is actually pretty cool. So every month starting February, we'll be getting some mythical Pokemon. So you guys will see on the screen, you know, all the different Pokemon that we're going to get, from Darkrai to Mew and Arceus and Meloetta and all those other cool ones. So that's pretty neat as well. And also Pokemon TCG Generations. I cannot talk. Generations will also launch in celebration of 20 years, and with that you will have these little packages called Pokemon Mythical Pokemon Collections, and that will have a new kind of promo card every month. So maybe one month it'll be, you know, Manaphy, and the other it's gonna be a Mew. So that's kinda cool, nothing crazy, but, you know, hey, at least they're acknowledging that they do have an anniversary to celebrate. Coro leaked! Yeah, we did not find out much at all about anything with life. We know that Volcanion hates humans. Yeah, that's almost it that we found out. We found out a little bit something about next Coro, and it is apparently going to affect the entire world! Oh my god! But apparently it is going to be about the movie, so I would not get your hopes up. I mean, if you want, you can, but you don't want to get let down like some other people, have. One other little nugget of news, we're going to be talking about some Pokken stuff today, and, well, one of those little nuggets of news is from Coro, and it is that Braixen and Garchomp and Normal Mewtwo will all be playable on the Wii U game, which is kind of cool, I guess. And, you know, yeah, Garchomp is going to be more of a powerful Pokemon. It makes sense. It's an Uber, and it's, not Uber. Is it Uber? I don't know. It's a pseudo, that's what I meant to say, a pseudo legendary, and it will be able to Mega Evolve. Braixen, on the other hand, will be more focused on distance, and Mewtwo is just Mewtwo. It is a badass, and yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? But here is something pretty neat, actually. So if you are into Pokken, and you're like, oh my god, Pokken's coming, yay, woo! Well, we have some information about game modes, and some things that I'm very disappointed about, especially as a tech person. I am kind of frustrated with this. First, we have Single Battle, which is going to contain 3 different difficulties, I assume against the computer, so that's cool, you know, normal mode, nothing that I'm, you know, upset about. This is what pisses me off. You have Local Battle, which is going to have 1 player on the gamepad, 1 player on the console. Now, this sucks. because this will only be playable at 30 FPS, not 60 FPS. Now, if you don't see the difference between 30 FPS gameplay and 60 FPS gameplay, you haven't seen the difference. You haven't, like, played one and then tried the other. Like, you may not realize, but the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS is huge. And as a techie, as someone that's into computers and PC gaming, this is a disgrace. If you are limited to 30 FPS, holy crap. No, that's not good. Why are you doing this, Nintendo? Like, this is why PC is better than consoles, because consoles suck. The hardware in them is so terrible, they are actually lowering the FPS that the game is running at. Why? I'm sorry. Well, anyway, you can actually connect a LAN cable, so an Ethernet cable like this, yeah, you can connect that between two Wii U's, and you will regain that 60 FPS. So if you want 60 FPS, then just buy two Wii U's and a second TV, I guess. Good job, Nintendo. You are fan-freaking-tastic. You wonder why your sales are down. Anyway, you also have online mode, which contains friendly and ranked matches. Friendly matches can be done with people on your friends list, or you have, you will have a battle code that you can give out to people. I'm sorry, I don't English. I just don't. Anyway, that's something kind of cool. And then you also have a couple other pieces of information that we got. You now have, I keep on saying you. Second person. No, I don't know. We have two new sets of support Pokemon that have been added. You have Pachirisu, you have Magikarp, and then you have another set that's Croagunk and Sylveon. So Magikarp as a support Pokemon, I do not know how that will help. I mean, you're just going to have Pachirisu sitting there and just discharging every other second, and Magikarp's going to be sitting there splashing and dying, getting electrocuted from the Pachirisu. Croagunk and Sylveon, on the other hand, seems kind of like a pretty neat combo, so that's neat. We also now know that the release date for North America is going to be March 18th of this year, and same for Europe, so that's kind of cool, and I'm assuming maybe it'll be the same for the rest of the world. I mean, if it's the same for North America and Europe, I mean, I can only speculate, but yeah, that's pretty much that. On to the community spotlight, we have a good buddy of mine, Lance the Trainer, has made a new channel, LanceCountdowns, and holy crap, I saw his first video on there and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. This guy, he made a whole entire wall just with like Pokemon TCG cards. That's dope as fuck. Okay, you guys have to go check out his videos. I don't care. Pause this video. Pause it. Come back to it. You know, tab out. Do what you gotta do. Go down to his link in the description. And he has like 4 or 5 videos up now. So go check it out. They're really awesome. They're funny and they are just... If you know Lance, he's been doing Let's Plays. I don't think he's really doing them much anymore, at least in Pokemon. But, he's a really cool dude. He's done a lot on his Lance the Trainer channel, which is now kind of like a second behind-the-scenes cool stuff channel. But now LanceCountdowns is an amazing channel that he has crafted, and he's going all the way with this one. He is doing all the little, just everything. You can see, like, the prep that he puts into it and all the work that he puts in, and he is just getting it started now. So go and subscribe to that channel, because I am sure we're going to be seeing big things out of that channel, and we're going to blink, and he's going to be at like 10,000 subscribers. We're going to be like, whoa. How'd that happen? Huh? What? Huh? Yeah. But yeah, he has some pretty cool stuff. Check it out. The link is down below. And now, on to the interview! Alright guys, welcome to the interview segment of today's episode of Jubilife TV, and today we have the awesome JPR, I guess his full YouTube name is JPRPokeTrainer98, aka John. What's up, man?
Yeah, John's okay. That's a short version. We're good with that.
So yeah, welcome to the show, man. Thank you for coming on, and we have some questions for you. Are you ready?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. It's a big honor. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Everyone's welcome on here, you know, all about the community and all that type of good stuff. So, you know, I think I have a good question to start things off here with, you know, YouTube and all that type of nonsense.
All right, let's hear it.
How did you get into making videos?
Oh, gosh. Well, this guy, he has received some heat recently But it was Giancarlo Paramango 11, also known as GCPM11 on YouTube. And I remember just coming home from school one day in late 2010. Pokemon Black and White were already out in Japan, but they were not here in America. That was back in the dark ages when you had to wait 6 months for games to get localized.
Oh, yeah.
And so basically, I come home, I go on YouTube, and I'm like, you know what? I really want to see how Black and White are. I want to see how these games match up to previous games. And, you know, I get into this guy's walkthrough, and I'm like, wow, this guy's really entertaining. You know, he's able to make good, clean content, and he's able to make it, you know, funny at the same time, which is really neat. You know, most of the time you see people, like, you know, swearing their head off, like, gosh, I don't want to drop a bomb on anybody, but PewDiePie, since he's not watching, or at least I hope
never
not.
know.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, I was just like, wow, this guy has a real talent for making entertaining stuff without having to be, you know, dirty about it. I was like, I want to do something like this guy's doing. I want to make like guides of you know, just doing stuff. And I've kind of drifted away from the guides. Like now I do like the facts and the mega speculation and things like that. Mainly because walkthroughs, LPs don't really work out too much anymore. Yeah, they're kind of like a dying animal nowadays. Like at least I think so. You know, not everybody thinks so, but I think so. So yeah, that's how I got started.
That's great. You know, it really was different back then with, you know, black and white. And I mean, I'm sure it was that with like the webcam. I'm sure it wasn't a capture card, right?
Oh yeah, it was just recording off of a DS screen in a dark room.
That is great. That's what it was all about, man.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the like the old days with like Maryland and Diamond. Oh man, those.
Oh yeah, I remember
days.
I took my mom's flip recorder. Gosh, do kids nowadays even know what flip recorders are? But I just went up to my room and I started recording my DS. It was blurry as crap. Oh my gosh, terrible quality. And yeah, I was scared out of my mind, but at the same time, I was super excited. I was so excited to like be like, you know what? Is only gonna get like 14 views or something. I think that was like the most it ever got was 14 views. And you know, it was still really exciting to have something out there on the internet though.
Yeah, definitely. It's exciting to make content, and a lot of people are inspired by, you know, the bigger YouTubers, and you know, we're the next generation of YouTubers. Yay! I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. So let's fast forward a little bit. I know you do quite a few speculative videos, so I have a question for you about the next main series games. What do you think that they will be, and on the other hand, what do you want them to be? Maybe they're the same. I don't know.
Well, let's see. I think they'll be is Pokemon Z. That's the obvious choice. Everybody is going to go with it. Maybe they'll mix it up a little bit. Junichi Masuda did drop a slight hint back in 2014 where he was like, you know, people will expect us to do Pokemon Z, and we want to do something that's unexpected. And he used
I'm veering over to Gen 7.
Yeah, he used Black and White 2 as a reference for that. He was like, you know, back in Gen 5, everybody expected us to do Gray, and instead, we did Black 2 and White 2. And I was like, maybe it's not going to be Z next. But, you know, since then we've had the Zygarde news and everything. It doesn't look like we're getting anything other than Z. You know, maybe it'll be XYZ, like the anime. That would be pretty neat, in my opinion. As long as it's not like a carbon copy of XY, I'll be good. Like, I want to go back to Kalos. And above all, I just want a more challenging version of Kalos. I feel like if Kalos was more challenging, it would be complete, because I love the region other than that one flaw that it has, in my opinion. So I really hope that Z or whatever's next will just fix that one thing.
To be fair, without the XP share, that game can be kind of a bitch to play.
It can be. There's some parts where it kind of drags, especially in the beginning, going off to the second gym, and then after that, it kind of flies by.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I was thinking Z, and dude, I'm not going to lie. I've had a thumbnail, a description, a title, everything ready for Pokemon Z confirmed since last May. I have been ready, and for the past like few months, I've been thinking they're gonna pull a Gen 7 on us.
Oh yeah,
but see, you never know.
I scripted a top 10 things, or maybe it was a top 5. It's either top 10 or top 5, and it was like top 5 things that Pokemon Z can improve on X and Y, and that has been sitting in my documents,
waiting in the queue
since February 2014. Yeah. That was when I scripted that video.
Holy crap.
It's still waiting to be recorded.
Damn. Wow. Well, I mean, hey, speaking of your videos, I mean, you make plenty of different types of videos, spanning Pokemon news, speculation, anime episode reviews now, I mean, other things that you do. What is your favorite type of video to make?
Oh gosh, well, I absolutely love mega speculation because you just get to lay it all down, and one day soon we're gonna get to see just how accurate these mega speculations were. You know, maybe we'll be way off on Pokemon like Mega Flygon and Mega Luxray and Mega Walrein and stuff like that, or maybe we'll be right on it. Maybe like, wow, he predicted the typing, the ability, the moves, everything.
That'd be sick.
That would be really cool. I could just point at this video and be like, hey guys, look at this, look what I predicted. And so I love mega speculation, and I've really gotten into the anime reviews lately. I'm loving the anime right now. XYZ is a great series in my opinion, and the episodes are just a ton of fun to get into and break down.
If I only watched the anime. So hey, one thing that you didn't mention there was Pokemon facts and trivia.
Facts and trivia needs to make a comeback. We got some new stuff now. We got some new content to work with. We've had like Super Mystery Dungeon since the last episode came out. I feel like we can work with that a little bit. But it's coming soon, sooner than you think.
That's awesome. So I do have a question about that series, because that series really took off. I mean, that is easily one of your most popular, series that you have on the channel, and what I'm wondering is what motivated you to start that, and did you expect it to do as well as it did when you really started the first few episodes?
Oh gosh, well, I really did not expect such a giant response to it like I've had. What inspired me to start the series was that a friend of mine came over to my house, and this was years ago, and he was like, hey, John, you should look at this video here on YouTube, and it was like Pokemon facts that you didn't know or something like that, and it was like 5 or 10 facts, and I was like, these are all so painfully obvious. I was like, I noticed this crap years ago, like, Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres had like Uno, Dos, Trace at the end of their names, and I was like, gosh, everybody's doing the same thing. I was like, I can dig a little bit deeper and find some better stuff, and that was how my idea for facts and trivia started.
Yeah, that's what I really like about that series. It's not just like, oh, the theory with, Gengar and Clefable. Like, no, I've heard that theory like 10 times, and whenever I go to that series, it's always something goddamn different. I'm like, what the fuck? Where does this guy get this stuff from? It's like he has some treasure chest with just facts that no one else has. It's just, I don't know how you do it, but
oh yeah,
it's magical. Anyway, let's see. Last question here. This is a pretty challenging one. What does Game Freak need to do to keep Pokemon relevant in the next 10 to 15 years? It could be nothing. They could just keep on pumping out games. I mean,
ooh, that's tough, because I feel like now the X and Y has hit the 3D thing, and they have finally jumped into the era of modern graphics, because Pokemon has always been behind on the graphics and whatnot. I feel like now they've jumped into that, and now they just gotta keep it fresh by adding, more new Pokemon, more regions, maybe some more compelling plots. I liked Gen 5 because the plot was a little bit different, and it stands out compared to other generations in my opinion. Right now we're already starting to see like the beginning signs of it. We got stuff like Pokemon Go coming up. We got Pokken Tournament. We got some really diverse stuff. I mean, you look at the past year or two, we got like the drawing game with Art Academy, which, nobody really cares about that. But you also got Mystery
Pokemon
Dungeon.
Picross,
Oh, yeah.
everybody, Picross.
We got Picross. We got Shuffle, which, again, Shuffle. We also have Mystery Dungeon, like I said, Poken's coming, Pokemon Go. We have such a wide variety of spin-off titles right now, and you look back in generations 3, 4, and 5, it was like, gosh, the only spin-offs we had were like Ranger, Mystery Dungeon, had that stuff, but it definitely seems like you have a wider variety now, and I like the direction Pokemon's going in right now.
Yeah, and I like what they're doing. They're not just getting by with like Mega Evolutions, because I thought when they started like releasing Mega Evolutions, especially with Oras, that they were just gonna try and carry the games by, oh my god, look at this cool new Pokemon, and they just carry over the fan base with just these cool Mega Evolutions. They're really making an effort through making, Oras had a pretty compelling story between the Delta episode, and even like the Primal Evolution thing was pretty cool. And like the spin-off games you said too, they're branching out, and I think that's a good thing, and hopefully they continue that, because that would definitely help them stay relevant, in this ever-growing gaming industry with indie gamers and all this other nonsense,
Oh yeah, I definitely hope so.
Well, anyway, do you have any other last comments on any of these topics that we brought up?
Well, all I have to say is that I am super hyped for this 20th anniversary. I think it's going to be a great year. And once again, thank you for having me on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you for joining me. It was great having you. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys did enjoy this episode of Jubilife TV, of course, hit that like button and subscribe to myself and John here. His link is down below, as well as our member of the Community Spotlight. Check out their links all down below. JPR, like I said, you know, he makes speculative videos and Mega Evolution and, well, Mega Evolution speculation.
All kinds of stuff, yeah.
All kinds of awesome stuff. And I guarantee that you have seen one of his Pokemon facts and trivia videos, whether you know it or not. You'll, like, go through his playlist and be like, holy crap, I watched this, like, 2 years ago. Trust me, you've seen it. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for joining me once again, dude, and we will see you on the next episode of Jubilife TV. Peace.